Hi, it's Gab Max with the review of the new Star Trek movie, Star Trek Into Darkness, the sequel to the 2009 Star Trek movie, which we saw, which we liked a lot. And so, of course, we're going to see this one. Who isn't? And what's it about?
Well, it's Kirk and, his crew.
Spock.
Yeah, Kirk, Spock.
The whole gang, the old gang.
Yeah. And so they're trying to hunt down this fugitive that's a member of Starfleet.
Well,
they're not really sure who he is or where he is, but they need to hunt him down.
Why?
Because he's been doing bad things.
Yeah, he's a former member of Starfleet, they think, and he's become a terrorist, and he seems to want revenge on them for some reason, and on Starfleet, and so he's a big threat, he's dangerous, bad guy, and so Kirk and the crew are sent to go get him, and that's the main gist of the story. Kirk is captain of the Enterprise now. Of course, there's other complications that go on. So what'd you think?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah?
Good action.
Really good action.
The 3D was better than Iron Man, I'd say.
I agree.
More scenes coming at the screen.
You notice it more. It wasn't shot in 3D, it was converted, but you definitely notice it more. Yeah. I think it really brought a lot to it. It looked really good, and it brought a lot to the action scenes, too. How would you compare it to the first one? Because you liked that one. I think that was your #1 movie of 2009, if I remember.
Well, I liked both of these. I think this one was a really good sequel.
Yeah?
I liked it a lot.
So you weren't disappointed at all? You liked it just as much?
Pretty much.
Perfect combination.
Pretty much.
I felt the same. I really liked the first one, so I was a bit wary of this one, and I'd heard some mixed things. It's just opened, but I'd heard some in advance. Particularly, I heard some complaints about the story, the script, but I don't agree with that. I thought it was a really good story. I mean, it was interesting. It wasn't predictable, but it wasn't too confusing, and the action was really good.
Yeah.
I think it means a lot that we really liked these characters, and so you're really on board with these characters. I really like them, and the whole crew, and the way that Kirk and Spock get along. Who's your favorite character of all of them?
It'd be either Kirk or Spock.
Well, yeah.
I like both of them.
There's a lot of funny lines too, right? There's a lot of good laughs, and so it makes me feel good. The first one made me feel good, and this one made me feel really good too. What do you think about the villain?
Evil.
You thought he was evil?
Evil.
In a good way.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a smart villain, which are the best kind, and but also very physically good at fighting and crushing skulls. That was your favorite part, right? He crushes somebody's skull.
Yes.
Benedict Cumberbatch was really good. He really commanded the scenes where he's the close-ups on his face.
Mr. Brain Crusher. Mr.
Brain Crusher, as we call him, and also his physicality, a really fun, slightly different kind of villain, and I enjoyed it a lot, and he played off against the crew, and I really don't have anything negative to say. My one negative is that someone who turns out to be a bad guy, you kind of see that coming. I don't want to spoil, and that took away a little bit from me. I mean, it's not something that's going to shock you out of your boots or anything like that, but it's very much, if you like the first one, I think it still is going to deliver, it's going to make you feel the same way about this one. So what was your favorite part?
Well, usually in movies like this is the action. And
there was hardly any kissy.
No.
2 bad words, I think, too.
2 major bad words.
Not major.
Well,
medium. So the action was your favorite part.
Yeah.
And what's your worst part?
I didn't have a worst part.
Yeah, I didn't really have a worst part either, like I said. And my favorite part was with the action. I love Kirk and Spock's relationship. And there was one action scene in particular. All of them, actually. I was kind of, a bit of the edge of your seat. Really good. I think I liked it more than Iron Man 2. In terms of the story, the characters, the action, I just care more about this storyline for some reason. And I'm not a Trekkie, Star Trek person from the TV series, but I really like this film series. Now, the director of these movies, J.J. Abrams, do you know that he's going to be the director of the new Star Wars movies? You know about the new Star Wars movies, right?
Well, now I know that.
Yeah, you knew that. So this is going to be the director. So do you think that's a good choice? The same guy who does these movies?
Well, I think this guy did a really good job on this movie.
Yeah, so you can see him doing the Star Wars movies and doing a really good job. Yeah, I don't think we'll be disappointed. We weren't disappointed in this, so how many Maxes did you give it?
Well, there's been lots of good movies this year so far. I think I have another 5.
Another 5? Well, that's great. There's no problem with another 5. For me, I'm a little bit harder on movies than you are, but I'm going to give this one a 4, which for me is really good. I don't usually give 4s. I'm going to give it 4 Gabs out of 5. That's Star Trek Into Darkness. What do you say? I can't do it. You can do it. Signing off. Oh, there was that one part. There's a touching part that you just reminded me of it. Won't spoil it. So signing off. Star Trek Into Darkness. Thanks for watching. Bye.